Let's talk about boosting efficiency in our lives and work. How do you manage to minimize waste and maximize productivity?
One approach I use is to identify unnecessary steps and tasks. By eliminating them, I save time and effort.
Yes. Streamlining processes is vital. I also try to optimize resource allocation. Assigning the right tasks to the right people ensures efficiency.
True, matching skills to tasks is crucial. Another aspect is continuous improvement. Regularly evaluating and enhancing workflows leads to better productivity.
You're spot on. Continuous improvement is a powerful concept. It helps us adapt to changing situations and discover new efficiencies.
It does. And I find that setting clear priorities is essential. Focusing on high-impact tasks first prevents wasting time on less important ones.
Prioritization is a game changer. I use the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. It works wonders.
I've heard of that technique, it's effective. Another thing I do is delegate tasks when possible. It frees up time for critical responsibilities.
Delegation is crucial for productivity. Trusting team members and empowering them leads to a more efficient workflow.
Exactly. Communication also plays a role. By keeping everyone informed, we prevent misunderstandings that can cause delays and waste time.
Spot on. Open communication fosters a collaborative environment. It ensures everyone is on the same page, which avoids unnecessary setbacks.
And speaking of setbacks, I believe it's vital to learn from mistakes. Analyzing failures helps us avoid repeating them in the future.
Absolutely. Failure is an opportunity to grow. Embracing a lessons learned approach guides us towards better decisions and efficiency.
I'm glad you agree. It's also essential to avoid multitasking. Focusing on one task at a time improves concentration and quality of work.
You're right. Multitasking often leads to errors and inefficiencies. Single tasking allows us to give our full attention to each task.
Besides, I try to incorporate short breaks during work. It recharges my mind and enhances productivity when I get back to the task.
Breaks are essential for maintaining focus and preventing burnout. They keep us energized and ready to tackle challenges more efficiently.
Absolutely. I find that embracing technology can also boost efficiency. Using productivity apps and tools can automate repetitive tasks.
Technology is a powerful ally. It saves time and reduces manual work. I rely on task management software to stay organized and productive.
That's smart. However, it's essential not to overburden ourselves with technology. Sometimes, taking a step back and re-evaluating is necessary.
You're right, technology should serve us, not control us. Balance is key. And it's crucial to have a clear vision of our goals.
Having a vision keeps us focused and motivated. It guides our decisions and actions, leading to efficient progress.
Agreed. And setting realistic deadlines is vital. It helps us stay on track and avoids last-minute rushes.
Realistic deadlines prevent stress and enable better planning. I often break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable chunks.
That's a great approach. It makes daunting tasks more manageable and helps us monitor progress effectively.
Exactly. And finally, celebrating achievements. no matter how small, boosts morale and encourages continued efficiency.
Celebrating success fosters a positive work environment. It motivates us to keep striving for excellence. I've been reading about energy management lately. It suggests focusing on managing our energy levels instead of just time.
Our energy fluctuates throughout the day. So, what strategies have you come across for maximizing energy levels?
One approach is to identify our peak energy times and tackle important tasks then. Also, taking short breaks between work intervals can help maintain energy.
That makes sense. I've heard exercise plays a role too. Engaging in physical activity during breaks can refresh our energy and improve focus.
You're right. Exercise boosts endorphins, making us feel more alert and positive. Besides, staying hydrated and having nutritious snacks can sustain energy levels.
True, food is fuel for our bodies. I find that small, frequent meals keep me energized. Big meals tend to make me feel sluggish.
I agree. And on the topic of sleep, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is crucial for better energy management. It directly affects our daytime productivity.
Absolutely. I try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. It's amazing how lack of sleep can lead to decreased alertness and efficiency.
Lack of sleep can be detrimental indeed. Another idea I found interesting is incorporating mindfulness practices, like meditation, to recharge our mental energy.
Meditation helps reduce stress too, right? When we're less stressed, we have more energy to devote to tasks. I'll give it a try.
Precisely. Also, have you heard about the importance of setting boundaries to manage energy? Saying no when needed can prevent burnout and overwhelm.
I struggle with saying no sometimes. But you're right, overcommitting can drain us. It's crucial to prioritize and conserve energy for what truly matters.
It's a common challenge, but learning to say no respectfully is empowering. It allows us to focus on meaningful tasks and maintain our overall well-being.
I'll work on that. It's interesting how managing energy is about understanding ourselves too. Recognizing our limits helps us make realistic plans.
Absolutely. Self-awareness is key. It's essential to know when we're most productive and adjust our schedules accordingly to optimize our energy levels.
I'm curious, how do you handle afternoon slumps? I tend to feel less energetic after lunch.
Afternoon slumps can be tough. I combat them by breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps. It prevents me from feeling overwhelmed and keeps me going.
Breaking tasks down sounds effective. I'll try that. Also, do you think the environment plays a role in energy management?
Definitely. A well-organized and clutter-free workspace can positively impact our energy and focus. Natural light and proper ventilation are also important factors.
I'll declutter my desk then. And speaking of energy, do you believe in the power of positive affirmations to boost motivation and energy?
I do. Affirmations can shift our mindset and increase confidence. Starting the day with positive thoughts can set a productive tone for the entire day.
I'll give it a shot. I suppose managing energy is a combination of physical, mental, and emotional factors.
You're absolutely right. It's a holistic approach. Oh, and another idea I found useful is incorporating short bursts of physical activity throughout the day.
Like a quick walk or stretching exercises?
Yes, exactly. It reinvigorates blood flow and keeps our muscles from tensing up due to prolonged sitting.
That sounds simple yet effective. I'll add that to my energy management toolkit. By the way, have you tried using time blocking to manage tasks?
I have. Time blocking helps me stay on track and allocate energy to specific tasks. It minimizes distractions and improves overall productivity.
I should start doing that too. It seems energy management and time management go hand in hand.
They do. When we manage our energy effectively, we can make the most of our time and vice versa.
This conversation has been enlightening. I feel motivated to implement these strategies and make positive changes in my daily routine.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's support each other on this energy management journey. Small steps can lead to significant improvements in our well-being and productivity.
Absolutely. Let's stay accountable and encourage each other. Here's to managing our energy and living more fulfilling lives.
Hi. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information available to us these days?
Oh, absolutely. With the internet and social media, there's an endless stream of information coming at us.
It's challenging to stay informed and productive without getting lost in the flood of data. How do you cope with it?
I try to set boundaries. Limiting my time on social media and news websites helps me avoid information overload.
That's a good approach. It's easy to get sucked into a never-ending cycle of scrolling and clicking on various articles.
Exactly. I also unsubscribe from email lists and notifications that aren't essential to reduce distractions.
Unsubscribing can declutter our inbox and prevent us from feeling overwhelmed by unnecessary emails.
And when it comes to important information, I prioritize. I focus on topics that align with my interests and goals.
That way, you can stay informed without feeling the pressure to consume every piece of information out there.
Yes, and I avoid multitasking while consuming information. It's better to focus on one source at a time.
Multitasking can lead to reduced comprehension and retention of the information we're trying to absorb.
Exactly. And taking short breaks between information sessions gives our minds time to process and rest.
I find it helpful to use productivity tools like note-taking apps or organizing information in categories.
Note-taking can be a lifesaver. It helps us retain important points and refer back to them when needed.
I agree. Plus, it reduces the need to remember everything, freeing up mental space.
What about you? How do you cope with information overload and stay productive?
I try to practice selective consumption. I choose reputable sources and limit my exposure to sensationalized content.
Being selective is essential in this age of misinformation. It's crucial to verify information before accepting it as truth.
I also set specific times during the day to check news and updates. That way, I'm not constantly glued to my phone.
That's a good strategy. It prevents constant interruptions and allows you to focus on other important tasks.
And when I encounter a lot of valuable information, I take the time to process it before moving on to something else.
Processing information allows us to understand its implications fully and make better use of it.
It's true. Otherwise, we risk forgetting or overlooking valuable insights.
Another thing I do is limit the number of social media platforms I use. It helps reduce the influx of information.
That's a smart choice. Each platform can be a rabbit hole of information, making it hard to keep up.
And I try not to compare myself to others online. It's easy to get caught up in a cycle of constant comparison.
Comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and take away from our productivity and well-being.
Instead, I focus on using social media to connect with like-minded individuals and share valuable ideas.
That's a positive way to approach social media. It becomes a tool for learning and networking rather than a source of stress.
Agreed. And I try to strike a balance between digital and offline activities. Spending time away from screens is refreshing.
Absolutely. Engaging in hobbies, physical activities, and face-to-face interactions enrich our lives beyond the digital realm.
It's all about being intentional with our time and energy, setting boundaries and being mindful of our choices.
And being mindful extends to the content we create and share online. It's essential to contribute positively.
Right. Our contributions should add value and promote meaningful discussions.
Handling information overload is an ongoing challenge, but with conscious effort, we can navigate the digital age more effectively.
And it's okay to take breaks when needed. Stepping back from information consumption can be rejuvenating.
Indeed. It's a form of self-care, protecting our mental well-being.
So, let's continue to stay informed and productive while being mindful of how we manage information.
Time management plays a crucial role in achieving our goals, both personally and professionally. I believe using productivity tools is helpful.
Absolutely. I use a task manager to prioritize tasks. It keeps me focused and minimizes distractions. How do you handle deadlines?
I set realistic deadlines for each task, considering its complexity and urgency. It helps me stay on track and avoid last-minute rushes.
That sounds effective. I sometimes struggle with procrastination. Any advice on overcoming it?
It's a common challenge. I break tasks into smaller steps, and that makes them less overwhelming. Rewarding myself after completing tasks also helps.
I like the idea of rewards. It can motivate me. How do you balance work and personal life while managing time?
Balancing is essential. I set clear boundaries and allocate specific time for work and personal activities. Being disciplined with this schedule helps.
I agree. I try to avoid bringing work home. It ensures I have quality time with family and relaxation.
That's a good approach. Separating work and personal life reduces stress. Have you encountered any time management tools that you find particularly helpful?
Yes, I use a time blocking technique. It helps me allocate fixed time periods for tasks, and I stick to them.
Time blocking can be effective. I prefer using the Pomodoro technique to work in short bursts with breaks in between.
Ah, I've heard of that. It enhances focus and productivity. I'll give it a try. How do you handle unexpected interruptions?
Interruptions can disrupt the flow. I politely let others know I'm busy at the moment and schedule time later for them.
Right, setting boundaries is crucial. I use the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks and eliminate the less important ones.
The Eisenhower matrix is excellent for prioritization. It ensures you focus on what matters most. How do you handle multitasking?
I try to avoid multitasking as it reduces efficiency. Instead, I focus on one task at a time to maintain quality.
I agree. Multitasking can be counterproductive. It's better to concentrate on completing one task efficiently before moving to the next.
Definitely. By the way, do you think time management differs between personal and professional goals?
While the principles remain the same, the application may vary. Personal goals may require more flexibility, but both need planning and organization.
True, personal goals are often more dynamic. I find it helpful to set specific time-bound objectives for both aspects.
Setting clear goals with deadlines is key. It provides a sense of direction and urgency. How do you handle stress from tight deadlines?
Sometimes it's challenging, but I practice mindfulness and meditation to stay calm and focused during high-pressure situations.
Mindfulness can do wonders for stress management. I also engage in regular physical exercise to recharge and reduce stress.
Exercise is a great stress reliever. It's essential to take care of our well-being while managing time effectively.
Absolutely. When we take care of ourselves, we can perform better in all aspects of life. Time management supports our well-being.
Well said. It's amazing how proper time management impacts our productivity, happiness, and work-life balance.
Indeed. It's a skill worth mastering. With dedication and practice, we can achieve our personal and professional goals efficiently. I've been experimenting with various productivity methods lately. It's been quite an enlightening journey. How about you? Have you tried any productivity systems?
Yes, I've dabbled in a few as well. One method I tried was the Pomodoro technique. It helped me manage time and maintain focus.
The Pomodoro technique is great for breaking tasks into intervals with short breaks. Did you find it effective?
It worked well for certain tasks, but I learned that some activities require longer periods of focus. So, I adapted it accordingly.
That's a good point. Different tasks may call for different time blocks. I tried time blocking, scheduling specific tasks for set periods.
Time blocking is helpful. It prevents procrastination and ensures I allocate dedicated time to each task.
I agree. I also experimented with the Getting Things Done method, which involves organizing tasks into actionable lists.
Getting things done was insightful for me too. It taught me to capture ideas and prioritize tasks systematically.
Having a clear list of actionable tasks reduces mental clutter, making it easier to approach each day with purpose.
Absolutely. It also helped me realize the importance of capturing and processing ideas promptly.
I tried a minimalist approach too, focusing on fewer tasks at a time to avoid feeling overwhelmed.
Minimalism can be liberating. By narrowing our focus, we can achieve more meaningful results.
However, I discovered that some productivity systems may not be one-size-fits-all. We should adapt them to our individual needs.
That's true. Each person's workflow and preferences are different. Flexibility is key in finding what works best.
I also delved into the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance.
The Eisenhower matrix is brilliant for sorting tasks into 4 categories. It helped me tackle high-priority tasks more efficiently.
It's a game changer indeed. I realized that some tasks can be delegated or eliminated, freeing up valuable time.
I tried to limit multitasking as well. Focusing on one task at a time helped improve my productivity and concentration.
Multitasking can be counterproductive. Giving our full attention to one task allows us to complete it more effectively.
Exactly. And I learned that it's okay to take breaks. Stepping away from work helps recharge my mind.
Breaks are essential for maintaining productivity and preventing burnout. I experimented with various break durations to see what worked best.
I found short breaks more refreshing. A quick walk or deep breathing exercises help me stay energized.
I explored the Eat the Frog method too, where you tackle the most challenging task first.
Eat the Frog is a great way to build momentum. Accomplishing the hardest task early boosts my confidence for the rest of the day.
I'm glad to hear that. It's essential to build positive momentum and avoid procrastination.
Another experiment I tried was using project management tools. They helped me stay organized and collaborate effectively.
Project management tools can be powerful allies. They provide a clear overview of tasks and progress.
I agree. And they facilitate communication and task delegation, enhancing teamwork and productivity.
However, I also learned that relying too much on tools can lead to dependency. It's essential to balance digital and analog approaches.
You're right. I still use pen and paper for brainstorming and sketching ideas. It feels more creative and liberating.
I'm glad you mentioned creativity. I experimented with incorporating creative breaks in my daily routine.
Creative breaks are refreshing. Engaging in a hobby or creative activity boosts my mood and productivity.
I found that when I return to work after a creative break, I'm more motivated and generate fresh ideas.
That's the beauty of creative flow. It spills over into other aspects of life, including productivity.
And I realized that celebrating small victories is important. It keeps me motivated to tackle the next task.
Acknowledging progress is essential for staying motivated on our productivity journey.
Overall, these experiments taught me that productivity is a dynamic process. We should continuously adapt and learn from our experiences.
Absolutely. It's about finding a balance between structure and flexibility. Each day is a chance to refine our approach.
I couldn't agree more. And it's okay to have days that don't go as planned. We can always start fresh the next day.
Learning from setbacks is part of the process. It's about progress, not perfection.